Going, guys? Welcome to the altcoin update. We're gonna go over our five altcoins, but I also want to go over some coins that Ali. I'm pretty sure he has shown you guys GHSY because personally I've taken in a position, and this I've taken a position back down when it was 60 cents. Um, so we'll see that later, but let's go through our five altcoins first. XRP, and just like Bitcoin, guys, I'm honestly thinking about just posting them on my trading view, so you guys can just follow, day by day, and see how it follows. So we're reaching an apex, nothing new here. So let's go straight to the 4 hour. Okay, so we see this origin level here, resistance, rejected, rejected, rejected. Eventually holds it above, but then breaks it down below. So now what we're working with here is a tested resistance. So what we can do locally here is that even though we have this daily, right, we can still do a local downtrend. So this is what we're looking for on the 4 hour. I know it looks a little bit funny here, but again, guys, this is a daily uptrend. So you're gonna have some candles look like this on a smaller time frames, right? So we're getting fairly tight, right? Without this 4 hour downtrend, we would have thought the apex is here. So this would be the macro apex. Right now, we see a much more localized apex here. And again, if you go from left to right, right, we have a origin last red candle before the uptrend. We have this that's untested. And if you go further to the left, we have this bottom peak here, right, guys? So we have this, and this is what I mean when I mention on Bitcoin. Sometimes, they're good like, accumulation areas, but not good leverage areas because like this, again, most of the time when you with these bottom side peaks, they tend to break even below lower than that. But again, they're good accumulation points in my opinion, but not so leverage. So anyway, this level is tested, and this is what it's currently holding right now. So now we're working within this 4 hour range. So now we broke it even smaller, right? We broke inside here now. So what's next? Yeah, so the next day, again, just like Bitcoin, we're waiting on the next day or so. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much the update here, guys. This is the range we're working with. Personally, I don't think the daily is going to break. I mean, if Bitcoin starts breaking the 4 hours, then this daily may break. But as long as you have the bullish perspective on Bitcoin right now, as long as it maintains that uptrend, XRP is in the safe area. So yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go post these on the trading view. It's just that I didn't know it requires you to put a brief description and meaningful description. So that's gonna take some time. It's gonna make this video is gonna be pretty long if I do that for each one. So yeah, um, let's go to TRX, guys. So it's been at 10 cents for quite some time. So let's go to the daily. I'm not 10, yeah, 10 cents. So here you go. You can see last green candle before the downtrend. Heavy, heavy rejection, guys. You know why? It's because there's a lot of selling pressure right now. It's approaching a weekly apex. There's going to be some selling pressure. There's going to be a pivotal moment for TRX just because it's been an accumulation for so long within this range. Personally, again, if Bitcoin can maintain that bullish perspective, honestly, I think TRX can blast through this weekly, pass through this daily, and up to this weekly. Just considering that this daily has been tested numerous times, this weekly already has been tested. Personally, I think it's ready to move up. So again, keep watch on Bitcoin because as long as Bitcoin can maintain that ladder, right? If you go back here, as it can maintain that ladder, right back here. I mean, you could just watch the Bitcoin update, but man, if it can maintain that ladder, move up and break above these, oof, yeah. And just in time where it's falling, where the daily is, where the weekly apex is, okay? These things are planned 100%. So it's just that with this TA, with our TA, with this TA I'm teaching you, you're preparing yourselves for that. So let's go to Sun. Sun, I know it's heavily tied to TRX, and I know this chart is always out of whack. Um, I believe this is only one with the information, the historical information that I need. So weekly time frame again, a lot. I mean, sometimes they can break out much earlier than the apex, but that's why we need to go to the daily. So, all right, so let's go to the daily. So the trick about this, right? So if we're in a point where Bitcoin, let's say it's bullish, you have coins like TRX where it's, looking good and is heavily correlated with a buy coin like Sun. Sometimes these coins where the apex can be all the way down here, sometimes it can happen. before even before way before the apex. And again, that's just hype generated. It's doing what should have happened. You know up to this point when with all the news it cut the time and by 50%, and now it's moving where it should go. It's just earlier. So um, with this perspective we have with Bitcoin right now, I think it's good that we start TAing downtrends on the daily time frame. Um, so this is where you catch moves. So I'm trying to okay. Really, okay, so this downtrend's really not important, but as we go, we'll just evolve it. But I just have it here for now. Uh, yeah, really not much. We have this weekly support. I think it's, as I think we have to wait till it at least touches this uptrend. In my opinion, I mean, you can even do this, but to be honest, I think maybe it'll just eventually go to this point. Um, right here. If you really want to get closer, then maybe you'll ride this uptrend, but honestly, I don't think that'll happen. I mean, with Bitcoin moving in the next day or two, maybe, but after this distribution, I think it'll need a bit more accumulation, in my opinion. But again, with Bitcoin, if that moves up and then TRX moves out of the apex, and because Sun is correlated with the Sun, maybe we could see a volatile, wick um, through this downtrend or even up here against this uptrend. But we'll see. But all we know is that if this breaks, we have numerous uptrends on the daily time frame, which are fairly strong. So track guys. So okay, yeah. So track is it's holding that uptrend, right? Right, just like we mentioned before. It's in price discovery, right? It's past this high here. So we have this uptrend. It's following it. We're gonna evolve this uh, right here. That's tested. So yeah, these levels are tested. Um, so really, it's relying on this uptrend right now. If that uptrend breaks, probably go back down here, and then, but again, we'll see. As you can see, this is the range that we're working with. This is the track apex that it needs to break out to move up. Okay, so remember that your apex is right. This is where the move is most likely to break out. So if anything, a little more time for this to break out, the 1218. So we'll see how it goes for track. PZP guys. Um, yeah, it's hard closing above it, so let's move it. So it's getting really tight for PZP guys. So just FYI, if this uptrend breaks, guys, we have this daily, but I don't know how strong that will hold a move if it's breaking a 4 hour. So we have to be very careful. If you're in PZP, just keep watch, because it won't look good for PZP. So um, in my opinion. I mean, again, with the Bitcoin bullish perspective, as long as it maintains that ladder, this can definitely move up. But it does look like it's struggling right now. Um, so yeah, so let's go to GHSY. I know it looks a little bit funky, it looks a little bit crazy. So if we go to the weekly or daily, it's there's not much we can really use. Um, I'm not sure if this will save my TA. So we're gonna do here. We're gonna do that. Green to green, green to green. Okay, and that's our daily. This is our range, guys. Up here is price discovery. So again, there's a large wick, but as you can see, again, just like a trend line, this is a resistance area. As long as it's not hard closing it, it's going to be suppressed. So until it hard closes above this on the daily, then it's just going to go parabolic. I'm just telling you guys. So here, you guys, you can see the daily even fits perfectly with the 4 hour. Again, you're going to see some weird odd candles, like this, because again, it's on the daily. We're magnifying into it. So um, let me see if I can make this bigger for you. Oh, perfect. Okay, so, oh man, I can't see the the my charting tools if I do that. Okay, so maybe if I do, sorry guys, that is not working. Okay, so anyways, um, so now we have that. Let's analyze this a bit. Okay, we can't just okay, green, green, red, red. We got to analyze it a bit. This is the daily portion. We're in the 4 hour area. So if we want to do more local for anyone that's, actually wanting to, get into this coin. Again, shout out to Ali. Like, he called it he called it early, man. I got in at 60 cents, so it's an 80. Actually went up even higher. Wow, oh my, it went up $1.86 today. Insane. But again, I think it's something like, I think you can pull off like a track, honestly. So, anyways, I'm just blabbering. Okay. So left to right, guys. Obviously last red candle before this uptrend, as you can see, it held perfectly. Oh my, this Ali, are you controlling this coin, man? Okay, let's go back here. Um, Perfect. Okay, I know it looks a bit funky because the background's not like clear, and it's like as this, but bear with me. Okay. All right, perfect. So, all right, so in my opinion, it's actually a pretty straightforward coin to chart. So, it's just so you guys can see. This is the 4 hour range we're working with against this apex. Let me see, so you guys can see, because this is really small. I know you probably can't see this. Um, Background, we'll make it white because I know a lot of you guys. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see this because I know white background helps a lot. Um, so this is the 4 hour range we're working with against this 4 hour apex. Uh, there is heavy, heavy resistance here. The more tests, the better. But in my opinion, maybe then the next accumulation again would be on the support. So around 60 cents, like 62 cents. Um, if you want 69 cents, that's where it's pointing at. But the apex again, this looks exactly, correlated with Bitcoin, so and all the other altcoins. So, I would assume some volatile movement in the next day or so. So, worst case scenario, 50 range, sub 50 range, for accumulation. So, um, yeah, just want to let you guys know that that's what GHSY is looking like. Um, And yeah, fairly simple, guys. I mean, as you guys can see, this didn't really take much. The great thing about these type of coins where they're brand new is that again, that you don't need to make that many lines. You're just reliant on trend lines because again, those are giving you the direction that it's most likely going to go to. So um, until this until this closes out above it, then yeah, I think we're going to see. I think this is just a start. So just the beginning. So. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions or comments, again, leave them down below. Make sure you at me at the comments so I see my notifications. And again, sorry about not attending today. I will be there next one. Take care, guys. Bye.